ʃøഃnbʁʊn Palace is a former imperial 1,441-room Rococo summer residence in modern Vienna, Austria. One of the most important cultural monuments in the country, since the 1960s it has been one of the major tourist attractions in Vienna. The palace and gardens illustrate the tastes, interests, and aspirations of successive Habsburg monarchs. History. In the year 1569, Holy Roman Emperor Maximilian II purchased a large floodplain of the Wien River beneath a hill, situated between Meidling and Hietzing, where a former owner, in 1548, had erected a mansion called Attribution. The emperor ordered the area to be fenced and put game there such as pheasants, ducks, deer and boar, in order to serve as the court's recreational hunting ground. In a small separate part of the area, exotic birds such as turkeys and peafowl were kept. Fish ponds were built too. The name ʃøഃnbʁʊn has its roots in an artesian well from which water was consumed by the court. During the next century, the area was used as a hunting and recreation ground. Especially Aleonora Gonzaga, who loved hunting, spent much time there and was bequeathed the area as her widow's residence after the death of her husband, Ferdinand II. From 1638 to 1643, she added a palace to the Attribution mansion, while in 1642 came the first mention of the name ʃøഃnbʁʊn on an invoice. The origins of the ʃøഃnbʁʊn orangery seem to go back to Aleonora Gonzaga as well. Following the downfall of the monarchy in 1918, the newly founded Austrian Republic became the owner of ʃøഃnbʁʊn Palace and preserved, as a museum, the rooms and chambers. After World War II and during the Allied occupation of Austria, ʃøഃnbʁʊn Palace, which was empty at the time, was requisitioned to provide offices for both the British delegation to the Allied Commission for Austria and for the headquarters for the small British military garrison present in Vienna. Later it was used for important events such as the meeting between John F. Kennedy and Nikita Khrushchev in 1961. UNESCO catalogued ʃøഃnbʁʊn Palace on the World Heritage List in 1996, together with its gardens, as a remarkable Baroque ensemble and example of synthesis of the arts. Gardens. The sculpted garden space between the palace and the sun fountain is called the Great Parterre. The French Garden, a big part of the area, was planned by Jean Triot, a disciple of André Copyright Lenâtre, in 1695. It contains, among other things, a maze. The complex however includes many more attractions, besides the Tiergarten, an orangery erected around 1755, staple luxuries of European palaces of its type. A palm house is noteworthy. Western parts were turned into English garden style in 1828 to 1852. At the outmost western edge, a botanical garden going back to an earlier arboretum was rearranged in 1828, when the old palm house was built. A modern enclosure for orangutans was restored besides a restaurant and office rooms in 2009. Sculptures. The Great Parterre of ʃøഃnbʁʊn is lined with 32 sculptures, which represent deities and virtues. Gloriette. The garden axis points towards a 60-meter-high hill, which since 1775 has been crowned by the Gloriette structure. Maria Theresa decided Gloriette should be designed to glorify Habsburg power and the just war, and thereby ordered to recycle otherwise useless stone, which was left from the almost demolition of Schloss Schönbrunn. The same material was also to be used for the Roman ruin. The Gloriette today houses a café copyright and gives the visitor a view of the city. Roman ruins. Originally known as the Ruin of Carthage, the Roman ruin is a set of follies that was designed by the architect Johann Ferdinand Hetzendorf von Hohenberg and erected as an entirely new architectural feature in 1778. Fully integrated into its parkland surroundings, this architectural ensemble should be understood as a picturesque horticultural feature and not simply as a ruin, which due to lack of maintenance it had increasingly grown to resemble prior to its recent restoration. The fashion for picturesque ruins that became widespread with the rise of the Romantic movement soon after the middle of the 18th century symbolized both the decline of once great powers and the preservation of the remains of a heroic past. Erected at the same time not far from the Roman ruin, the obelisk fountain was intended to complete the iconographic program of the park at ʃøːn'bʁʊn as a symbol of stability and permanence. The Roman ruin consists of a rectangular pool enclosed by a massive arch with lateral walls, evoking the impression of an ancient edifice slowly crumbling into the ground. In the pool in front of the ruin is a seemingly haphazard arrangement of stone fragments supporting a figure or group which symbolizes the rivers Vltava and Ilben. The ʃøːn'bʁʊn Palace silver coin. The palace was recently selected as the main motif of a high-value commemorative coin, the Austrian €10. The Palace of ʃøːn'bʁʊn silver coin, minted on October 8, 2003. The obverse shows the central part of the frontage of the palace behind one of the great fountains in the open space. Activities at ʃøːn'bʁʊn today. ʃøːn'bʁʊn is Vienna's most popular tourist destination, attended by 2,600,000 visitors in 2010. The whole ʃøːn'bʁʊn complex with Tiergarten ʃøːn'bʁʊn, Palmenhaus, Wang-und-Kurfürstenhaus and the Wagenburg, accounted for more than 5 million visitors. At the official website, tickets can be purchased in advance for tours. In addition to tours and tour packages, many classical concerts featuring the music of Mozart and his contemporaries can be enjoyed with the added benefit of more time in the spectacular halls, orangery, or Schloss Theater. The summer night concert ʃøːn'bʁʊn is held every year. Features in movies and television. The gardens and palace have been the location for various movies, such as the Sissy trilogy in 1950s, in A Breath of Scandal with Sophia Loren and briefly in James Bond's The Living Daylights when Bond and Kara are riding through the palace garden. The palace is also seen during the end credits. 1987. Also the comedy movie The Great Race was filmed there in 1965. Dutch violinist André Rieu and the Johann Strauss Orchestra, along with the opera Babes, used it as the backdrop for a version of the European anthem, Ode to Joy in 2003. In the sixth leg of the Amazing Race, 23 teams had to race through the garden's maze in search for the pit stop located at the Gloriette Gallery. See also, Tiergarten ʃøːn'bʁʊn, the zoo in the palace gardens that claims to be the oldest one in the world. Gloriette, list of Baroque residences, list of World Heritage Sites in Austria, references. External links, official ʃøːn'bʁʊn website, everacastle.com, ʃøːn'bʁʊn history and pictures, ʃøːn'bʁʊn gigapixel panorama, sophiena.net, 360-degree panoramas, wing.info. ʃøːn'bʁʊn Palacia Empress Sazia unregistered trademark as former summer residence, ʃøːn'bʁʊn Palace, My Way of Telling History, view on Google Maps. Includes a short video, official Vienna city map, ʃøːn'bʁʊn a far better aerial view, zoomable up to less than 1 resolution. Click author photo, and draw new map, then zoom in. There seems to be no direct link.